You're listening to Oh My Health, There Is Hope podcast.
When your heart is aching and your world is shaking, don't give up. No, no, don't give up.
Hello and welcome to the Oh My Health, There Is Hope podcast. I'm your host, Jana, and today I'm here with Laurent Amazallag. Laurent is an international fitness entertainer, and for the last 25 years, Laurent has been a highly sought after fitness expert. He was part of Oprah's Live Your Best Life tour. He has been featured in ELLE Magazine and a guest on the Dr. Oz show. He is a regular correspondent on NBC, Fox, CBS, and CW networks. You're busy. The President Council on Physical Fitness and Sports named him one of the country's top 50 trainers. As a fitness entertainer, speaker, and instructor, he is a catalyst for change and transformation, using your body movement to rewire mindset. Laurent has led the warm-ups for the national campaigns such as the Avon Walk for Breast Cancer, MS Society, Best Buddies, and Children's Hospital. Laurent is also certified through the National Academy of Sports Medicine and speaks fluently in French, English, and Spanish. Wow, you're amazing. I'm like in awe, and I'm a little tired. I need a nap now. You do a lot. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
No, thank you so much for having me, Jana. I really appreciate it.
One of the things we ask all of our guests to do is share a story of hope. Because I want people to know no matter where they're at right now, there's hope. And our journey is leading us somewhere fabulous, right? So do you mind sharing a story of hope with us today?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, a lot of people tell me, Laurent, what inspired you to go into the fitness field, right? Why are you doing what you do? And for me, it was a personal story. My story was being this energetic kid, all of a sudden being in a hospital bed with doctors giving my parents a 50-50 chance of survival. So here I am, like this crazy kid bouncing off the walls, stranded in a bed, like, you know, just staring at the ceiling. And I remember like 2 weeks in, not being able to do anything, being strapped with syringes and tubes going from everywhere. I said to myself, I gotta do something. I can't just stay right here. So my first thought was, you know what? Just take the first steps to the bathroom, which was literally 10 steps away from my bed. That's what I did on the first day. The second day, I took some extra steps, and then I start walking in the hallway. And then after that, I start walking towards the TV room. And from there, I walked out of the hospital door. So wherever you are, movement is going to save you. Just do that one little step, that one little, like, you know, just take that one little exercise and just do it, because that little exercise will snowball into bigger things. I did it as a young kid. I'm still doing it right now, and anybody could do it.
I mean, you are physically doing it right now.
Like, I get so crazy with it, you know, I'm just moving like this. My wife goes nuts, like, with me, so as you can see.
I absolutely love it. I want you to tell me how you're connecting movement with, like, mindset.
Absolutely. Like, you know, basically, you know, when I talk to people about it, like, oh, Laurent, I don't have time to do it. Laurent, I don't like exercising. You know, it's about changing that mindset. You know, think about exercise as fuel for your body, right? Like, in the same way you got to put fuel in a car to drive your car, or else it would not go anywhere. Your body needs movement. Your body is built to move, right? And that's what keeps your body going. Just like, you know, don't think about it as exercise. Think about it, I need to do this to give that fuel for my body. Once you start doing that, I promise you, you're going to feel much better. You're going to feel more energetic, and that little shift will make you want to do more and more things. So just start with that one little thing, one little movement, and that will be the catalyst for a change.
By the way, I 100% believe with you. That was my story. Like, literally, I walked to the end of the driveway with an oxygen tank behind me and all my tubes, my feeding tubes. And that's as far as I could get. But that was good, because that was more than I did the day before, right? And here I am.
Absolutely.
Within a year, I was running a marathon with my daughter. So it happens. To this day, I set a timer so that I'm not sitting constantly at my desk. That goes off and reminds me, get up, move, breathe, do something, right? Get your blood flowing. It puts me right back in the right mindset to move forward. So that's how I connect it with mindset. Like, it gets that energy flowing in. I don't know, it makes me feel good. I sit back refreshed.
Absolutely. And like, and everybody will tell you, every doctor will tell you, everybody will tell you that the body is made to move. We're not made to sit down for long periods of time. As a matter of fact, I just read a story just a few days ago about what happens when you sit for long periods of time. Actually, some of the enzymes just shut down. The fat burning enzymes just shut down just after 1 day of sitting down. So basically, your body wants to move. And you gotta give it what it needs, and it doesn't have to. You don't have to climb mountains. You don't have to go in the gym and do crazy exercises. All you need to do is just move your body. Just find something that you really enjoy and stick with it. Because when you enjoy doing something, you want to do more of it, and when you do more of it, then you stay consistent. Because at the end of the day, it's all about consistency. That's what's going to keep you going.
Well, what are some of the tips you can tell us for us very busy people who think we do not have the time to move? Because if you don't have the time now, your body will make the time for you with something you can't control. So
Absolutely.
what are some of the tips that we can be doing?
I mean, I just did this for a TV segment just the other day. I came up with a 3-minute workout. A 3-minute workout. I just gave people something to do for 3 minutes. Little moves, 6 drills, 30 seconds each. It's amazing how many comments I got with, oh my God, 3 minutes. I didn't realize that 3 minutes could make you so winded. It just takes like a few minutes a day. A lot of people, I think, and the problem is, I think they think that I got to invest so much time at the gym. I got to go for 2 hours at the gym. I got to start eating twigs. I got to change my lifestyle. I got to start doing this, that. No, you got to start doing just that one little simple thing. 3 minutes. Who doesn't have 3 minutes, right? Wake up 3 minutes earlier. Do it early in the morning. Studies have shown that when you start your day with some exercise, you create that kind of fat burning machine that you will carry all day long, right? So just start with that few minutes a day. And I promise you, what's going to happen is those few minutes will snowball into bigger changes. A lot of people think, I got to change everything. Change one thing, just one thing. Drink more water, sleep a little bit more, at night, go a little earlier at bed, just little changes that will snowball into bigger ones, and I think for me and for my clients and for people that I coach, that has been the biggest catalyst for change.
I love that. I want to touch back on the fact that what you were saying, what happens to the body when it doesn't move. And one of the things that I know that is actually fatal is when the body doesn't move and you're sitting in a position for a very long time or laying in a position for a very long time, your blood starts to clot. And
Absolutely.
You get pulmonary embolisms and they go to your heart and kill you. And it's from lack
Absolutely.
of movement. So like flight attendants get stuck with things like this, and pilots, because they have to be sitting in this, and they've taught me tricks to keep moving. Like they move their toes or bouncing their feet. They're trying to pump their blood up their body. So
Absolutely.
I love that you brought that up, because just sitting stagnant, our body is not meant to do that.
It's not meant to do that. And I'll give you another biology or anatomy tip over here. The calf muscle. The calf muscle, it's a beautiful muscle. Looks great in heels and shoes, whatever you want. But also, the calf muscle is a pump, right? Every time you do a step, the calf pumps your blood back up. Your blood goes down with gravity. But what pushes it back up? You have little valves in the veins, but your calves also, every time you take a step, helps the blood go back up to your heart and facilitates your blood circulation. Now, if you sit for long periods of time, you don't allow that circulation to happen, right? That's why blood start pooling. That's why you start having blood clots and problems with blood circulations and all kinds of different issues. All you need to do is stand up. Just, mimic just a walk. Just do some calf raises, right? Just do something that will kind of help that blood circulation, because the calf is a pump and needs to function.
Well, Laurent, I am turning 60 in a couple of weeks.
I don't
Heck
believe
yeah.
you. Look at you.
No, I have grandkids who are getting their driver's license, the grandkids. So I am. And I totally agree with that movement. And that's something I do all the time. I pretend like I'm on stairs and I lift my heels, because I have a blood clotting disorder. And I learned because of getting blood clots that I have to be in movement. Like I have to be using my legs to help pump the blood up my body. So one of the tricks I learned was on a plane to take those bands that you work out with, and wrap them around my toes, because I'm not always able to stand up and do that, and start pushing using that toe exercise. And a flight attendant taught me that. She's like, here's one of my bands. You can do this to start pumping that blood up. So you can
That
make
is
it happen no
fantastic.
matter where you're at.
Absolutely, absolutely. It doesn't take much, and just to reiterate what I was saying earlier, a lot of people, and I think it's the mindset, you need to spend a lot of time in a gym in order to see results, which is not the case. I always say just do one simple change because that's what's going to create the big thing. Sitting down, just using a band. I mean, it doesn't get easier than that. Once you start creating that ritual, because at the end of the day, you got to create that habit, right? It's everything is habits in life. Brushing your teeth is a habit. I know that because I got small little children and I still have to run after them to brush their teeth because that habit hasn't been created yet. Same thing with changing something in your diet or drinking an extra glass of water a day or sleeping a little earlier. You got to create that habit. Once that habit is done, then it becomes automatic. It becomes part of what you do. It's the new you, the new system that you have in your life. Same thing with exercise. Just do that one simple stretch in the morning or that one simple exercise every day, whether it's curling those toes, like, just to get the blood circulation, just going for a 5-minute walk, just doing like, a one plank or whatever it is. Like, I promise you, you're going to feel better, and that's going to create another habit and another habit that will all of a sudden make you healthier.
So one of the things I hear all the time is, I'm too old to make those changes. I'm too old. Like, people think when they get to a certain age, like they're on vacation forever and they don't have to do anything, right? But that's really when those habits that we've been using all of our life should be kicking in, right? And we should be doing that. We shouldn't be giving up. So what would you tell people who are getting a little bit older and feeling like, obviously they're not going to the gym, right? If I can promise you, I don't go to the gym. It's not my space. I don't want to be there, but I also know how important movement is, and I make that happen all day long. So what are some of the tips that you would give people that are starting to get older and they're like, oh, I'm too old to start a workout? That obviously that one little change doesn't have to be anything that is exhausting or overwhelming to do. Those one little changes. If I were to ask you, Laurent, how do you eat an elephant? What would you tell me?
I'm sorry, the what?
If I asked you, how do you eat an elephant? What would you tell me?
Well, I would have to use a big saw and chop it up a little bit. But like, but when it comes to, getting older and exercising, first of all, like, for me, getting older is anything above 150 years old. If you're under 150 years old, to me, you're young, right? Like, my mother is in her 70s. I still don't know how old she is because she's never told me her age. So she's probably between 30 and 99, somewhere around there. But I'm going to say she's in her 70s. She never shared her age. She joins my class. I teach her class every day on Zoom, 6 days a week. It's a 30-minute workout. She joins me every day. I got people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, beyond in this class. It's about, again, creating the habit. If you haven't created that habit, you could create that habit anytime in your life. So choose something that you enjoy, that you could do at that point. I'm not going to ask you to do burpees and crazy squats and power step-ups, etc., but go for a walk. Just, start dancing with your spouse or something around the house. Just, go up and down the stairs. Little something that you could do that your body will allow you to do at that point that will, once again, snowball into bigger things. It doesn't get easier. It doesn't get harder at any age. It's a habit that you have to create, whether you're a 20-year-old, whether you're 50, 100 years old. So it's just choose something. I would say just choose something that you really enjoy doing, that you don't think about it as exercise, and that will get that snowball rolling.
Well, one of the things that I was fascinated about, that you connect movement with mindset, which I think everything starts with mindset, everything, right? So for those people who say, I can't do that, other people are doing it, but I can't, it's because of the mindset that you have, right? That's what's holding you back. So what are some of the things that you would tell people as far as mindset and movement? Because there's no magic pill. We all know that. Like, I am not going to change my life in the blink of an eye or the flip of a switch, but starting small and making those little steps towards it makes change. What are some of the things that you would tell people who want to create change? And it's not all about fitness, right? It's about what we're feeding our bodies, what we're feeding our mind. What would you tell them?
Like, I always say my mantra is always change the mind first and the body will follow. I think, and we're fed a lot, like, with those infomercials and things like that. Oh, take this product and then you will lose 20 pounds. Use my gadget and then you will have, six-pack abs. We're going in reverse. We're going like, we're presenting you with the body and then saying that that's going to change your mind. We have to do this all in reverse. You got to change your mind first. And how do you change your mind? You got to convince yourself that the result you're going to get or the feeling you're going to get from what you're doing is going to be amazing, right? And it is going to be amazing. You feel those results right away. So when I tell people, why are you doing this? Why do you want to change? Why do you want to, get healthier? You have to attach somewhere, you have to attach that desire with the reason why you're doing this. I want to do this because I want to have more energy to spend time with my kids or my grandkids, right? I want to be healthier because I want to be dependent later on in life. I don't want to be dependent on other people. So sometimes just attaching a reason to why you're doing this, makes it more crucial for you, and the desire is stronger than just saying to yourself, oh, I just need to lose a few pounds. Because what is that? And you just need to lose a few pounds. If you put this in your mind as your catalyst, you're going to be in that vicious cycle of doing it, stopping. But now if I tell you, if you don't do this, you're not going to be able to enjoy that much time with your kids. You're always going to be tired. Your knees are going to hurt you. As you get older, it's going to get worse. But if you start doing that one simple exercise every day, you're going to be more energetic. You're going to be able to spend more time, quality time with your kids, or whatever other reason that you want to attach to why you're doing this, then I promise you that now the desire is going to be stronger. Now you're going to have a real true reason why you need to do this. Once you have that, then once again, we're going to go back to the same idea of start with one simple thing, one simple change, right? And that's going to snowball into bigger things. But from experience, from all the years I've had, doing what I'm doing, I found that something has to come from within, right? It's like if I'm talking to a smoker, of a 20-year smoker, and I say, you know what, smoking will kill you. Smoking is not good for you. Smoking is like, it's going to destroy your lungs. If the person doesn't want to stop smoking, there's nothing I can say that will make them want to stop smoking. You have to have that voice inside, and I call that the activation energy. The activation energy is a term taken from chemistry, which is the minimum amount of energy needed to get a reaction going, right? In this case, you have to have that minimum amount of desire. You got to say to yourself, I got to do something. I don't feel good. I don't feel healthy. I got to do something about this. The activation energy is now on. From there on, what you do is, why do I want to do this? Well, you choose that reason that is strong, that strong reason, because when it's going to get cold, when it's whatever is going to happen, that reason will get your butt off the bed and will make you do what you need to do to make it happen, right? So that reason is very, very important. You gotta attach it to something, and then you start with whatever you find that you desire the most, that you like the most. If you like to walk, then go walk. If you like to rollerblade, then go rollerblade. If you like to do anything, just find that one activity that you enjoy. Do it for a few minutes at first. Then every other day or whatever, you just increase that little thing. And it happened to me many times over the years. And I'm sure when you prepare for a marathon, you don't on the first day start with 26.2 miles. You start by increments, right? You start little by little. You build it up to a certain point. Same thing with that. You build it up slowly but surely. You got your whole life. It's not about, oh, I got to get ready, in 2 weeks, I got to be in bikini. It's not how it works. Just take it slow, and I'm a strong believer that slow always gets you there.
Well, I absolutely love your energy. So here's what I've got. Let's just see if I got this straight. First, you want to work on your mindset, right?
Yes.
Then you got to tap into your why. Like, why is it important for me? And then you got to change. Then you got to change one thing.
Right.
Make one
but
change.
Before the why, Jana, is you have to have that desire, right? Mm-hmm. You have to wake up one day and say, I just don't feel right. I just don't feel right. Because once again, if you don't have that desire, you could have 1 million people around you saying, you got to lose weight. You don't look right. You're not yourself. It's not going to do anything unless it comes from you. And then you start saying, okay, why? Then you go with that one little change, and then next thing you know, you're you're feeling your best ever.
I love it. I absolutely love your energy. I feel like I want to get up and work right now. So I can see why people love working out with you.
Because I'm so passionate about that. I really enjoy that. And I'm convinced that it works. It works. if you've not done it, if you've never, watched what you ate, if you've never exercised, or I don't like to use the word exercise, or just move your body, right? If you've never done that, you don't know how good you could feel just doing a little bit of it, right? So I challenge you to just do that one simple step. Take that one simple step, the first step, one little exercise, and I promise you, you will feel the results right away. The results are, more energy. You're gonna have those feel-good hormones, just going crazy, and you're just gonna feel happier.
Well, where can people connect with you if they want to work out with you on your Zoom or learn more about you, or just sometimes people are scared. They want to start, but they don't know where to start.
Yeah, I have my website is my name, Laurent Amzallag, LaurentAmzallag.com. And then I have all the information about my online program. I'm going to offer your viewers and your listeners 2 free weeks of joining my program. I teach them myself. It's live every day, so they could go on and get the information over there. I also share on my Instagram, Laurent Amzallag, again, my name, recipes, easy to prepare recipes and fitness tips, etc., that you could use every day just to get a little better, right? That's my philosophy. Just a little something every day. At the end of the year, you'll have done so much, Well,
Laurent, before we had, I met with you today, I went and checked out your Instagram and your website, and it is phenomenal. So congratulations, lots of good stuff there. So I will be tagging a lot of people to go there because I think it's done very well, and it has a lot of really helpful stuff.
Yes, and that's why I try to kind of give the stuff that people need, right? Whether it's an exercise, whether it's a little recipe, something to change things up, just a little something, once again, to make you healthier. Just that little bit of healthier every day, and that little bit gets bigger, and exponentially it grows.
Well, I did not see a 3-minute workout there, or I would have grabbed it because
it's right there. It was.
It is
today.
Okay, then that's why I didn't see it, because I go get his 3-minute workout then, because wow, 3 minutes. Who doesn't have 3 minutes, right, to start thriving in your life? One of the things I say, Laurent, is when I was given a death diagnosis basically when I turned 51, and I am turning 60, and my 50s was the best decade of my life. And I tell people all the time, I cannot wait to see what my 60s are holding for me. Like, I have no idea.
Better.
Yes, seriously. 100%.
I believe, I believe when you feel good, then every year is just better because you enjoy life better, right? You enjoy more life than being always in pain or sick or not being able to do the things you want to do. There's nothing like feeling healthy, being healthy, because now you enjoy life a lot more, as you can see. And look at you. I mean, you look so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to take that. So thank you.
Hey, I really mean it. I mean, 60, I literally, I thought you were in your high 30s, 40s, maybe, pushing it. Look at you. Unbelievable. You guys show us your secret one of these days.
There is no secret. I just love, and my body is full of joy. So I think that's the secret. And I think another big secret for people is learning to forgive, because when you let go of and forgive the world, it really isn't for them, it's for us. And when I do it, it frees up my body to just fill full of love and joy. So that is a secret of feeling good for a long time. We're definitely going to be putting all that information in the show notes so people can go right to you and click. And I hope that you do. I hope you grab, because this will come out a little while. So go look for that 3-minute workout. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go get there and grab the link to it so I can put it in the show notes, because I think it's going to be really powerful. So I will see you guys for the 3-minute workout. Laurent, thank you so much for being on the show today. I love your energy.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It was such an honor to speak with you and your listeners.
Thanks for listening to the Oh My Health, There Is Hope podcast. Make sure to visit Jana's website, bestholisticlife.com, where you can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Google Play, or listen there, so you'll never miss an episode. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes, or if you simply tell a friend about the show, that'll help too. Let's change the world together, one health expert at a time. Looking forward to seeing you next time.